Hey, welcome to the part two of our two-parter here. As far as Thursday is concerned, we've got day four. It's a mini day. Hey, we're used to seeing those on day five, so that's kind of a little bit of a surprise. Be looking for our quiz. I'm thinking probably on Friday. As for today, though, we're going to be looking at congruent triangles. Hey, so congruency, we've seen that quite a bit. But in this case, we're not just talking about parts of triangles being congruent. We're talking about all the parts of triangles being congruent. In other words, exact same triangles. And so I want to give you guys a chance. Take about 30 seconds. I'm going to pause the video. You can pause too. Let's go ahead and pause to read over our big three concepts here. This is going to be it for today. This is what everything's based off of. So go ahead, guys. So what makes triangles congruent? Well, first off, they're the same shape and the same size, right? They're not going to have equal parts if they're not the same shape and size. And speaking of equal parts, we call two triangles being congruent if they have corresponding parts that are congruent. Now, here's the key. This is going to be the word, the abbreviation I use a lot. With congruent triangles, all corresponding parts are congruent. We call this CPCTC. Congruence parts of congruent triangles are congruent. That is a mouthful. That's what we call this CPCTC. And I cannot stress this enough, guys. Order matters. When we're looking at two triangles like RST, so RST and UWV, order matters. R pairs with U, S pairs with W, T pairs with V. It looks like this. R and U, S and W, T and V. See that, guys? Order matters here. That is very, very important. So, for example, I'm going to give you guys a chance. See if you can fill out. You can go ahead and pause. Try this top section for me. See if you can try this. These six. I'd say we probably didn't have any issues with these top three. Now, as far as these bottom three, these are line segments. So RT, that'll be congruent to line segment UV. UW, going to be congruent to RS. And WV, going to be congruent to ST. So that's pretty straightforward, guys. I hope that makes sense there. If not, you guys can always email me. And that's really what today is going to be all about, is going to be about order. Order with congruency. We're going to prove it based off angles. We're going to prove it based off sides. Let's actually look at some triangles that are connected in very unique ways and see if we can do that. So check out this first one. Triangle MNO. MNO. See how angle 1 to 3 ticks to 2 ticks? So 1 to 3 to 2. That means we got to have the same thing over here. So 1, that'd be Q, to 3, that'd be P. Yep. And then O, which is 2. Oh, I don't know why I put a dot there. Same thing over here. Watch out, it gets a little tricky. T to R to V. So 3 ticks to no ticks. 3 ticks to no ticks. So we go down here, we say, okay, do we go U to S to V? That'd be 3 ticks, 1 tick. Ooh, no. We're going to go S to U and then to V. SUV, law and order. Oh, wait, no, that's SVU. What am I, dyslexic? Close. So I'm going to let you guys try C and try D for me here. Again, count the rings, count the tick marks. They give away the sizes of these angles and of these side lengths. Give me your best shot on C and D. You can go ahead and pause the video. Let's see how you guys did. So ACB, 3 to 2 to 1 goes with SD. I'm sorry, D to S, 3 to 2 to 1, DSR. Yep. LMN, L to M is 1, M to N is 2, and then 3. So we're going to go Q to P is 1, P to N is 2, and then, of course, back to Q would be 3. So very nice there, guys. If you have any questions, again, let me know. But we are already to the final page, the back page. Now, there's going to be a little bit of HW on here. But really, mostly, this is going to be for us to work in class. So this is still in class. Again, we like to save our multiple choice for the actual homework. So back page, we're still working in class. I'm going to do one of these with you, and then I'm going to turn you guys loose to see if we can handle some of these problems down here and our algebra review. So let's do this one together, guys. This is a really good problem. This is going to be the toughest problem of the day right here. So I'm going to give you a chance. Let's read over what we got. Take a chance to read. So we're told these two triangles are congruent. They are the same. We have to find both the value of x and y in these figures below. So we're going to kind of be thinking about some algebra here. So let's look and see. So what lines up with what is the real question? Well, looks like if we're looking at the shape of this triangle, here's the base, here's the base, here's the height, here's the height. So it looks like D and A are going to be congruent. So that's our 1, that's our 1. That would make B and E be congruent, and then C and F be congruent. So that's going to be interesting. Let's see what we can do with that. So I'm looking inside first, and I see, oh, there's y, 2y minus 5. Oh, that's the same angle as 65. And if those are the same angle, some of you guys are already ahead of me. It means we can set them equal to each other. That angle is going to be the same as that angle. Add 5, 2y equals 70. We divide by 2, and of course, y equals 35 degrees. Now, x is going to be maybe a little bit more confusing potentially if you don't see what's going on. So clearly you look and you say, okay, 90.6, 2x plus y, same sides. Well, normally we would be kind of out of luck because x and a y can't solve that equation with two variables, but you just found out what y is. So we now know this is 2x plus not y, but 35 equals 90.6. We can say that these sides are congruent. So I'm going to give you a chance. Let's work this out. Subtract 35. 2x equals, gosh, I don't even know what that is, 55.6. I totally knew that off the top of my head. And then divide by 2. X is going to be 27.8. And remember, it's okay to get a decimal. That is A-okay. We're dealing with angles and sides. Sometimes they're not pretty. I mean, look at all these decimals over here. Okay, so guys, take some time. We know our assignment is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, of course, our Algebra 1 review. Got some systems of equation practice. Hey, I'm thinking, oh, we got variables by themselves. I'm thinking substitution, if you're going to solve both those. I'm thinking substitution for both those, guys. And if you're a little confused as to how to do maybe these bottom ones, what I would encourage you to do is mark them. Like on number 3, T to U, U to V, and then obviously back V to T. Then do the same over here. G to F, F to E, and then E to G. If that can help you, I think that'll really help you a ton. As far as if the triangles aren't labeled, doing that to help yourself out. But guys, like I said, very short day. It's a mini lesson. So we have these 6 problems right here that I want us to focus on.